ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the City Sightseeing Tour of Belfast. The tour will last approximately 90 minutes. If you're visiting the Titanic experience, then this bus stops right outside the main building. All of our buses do, as it is the most popular venue in Belfast. However, should you wish to hop off at any of the other designated stops, all of which are listed on the tour map and mentioned as we approach them, on hearing your designated stop number mentioned, then simply ring the bell. The bells are located upstairs and downstairs for your convenience. On hearing the bell, the driver will stop at the next stop on the tour map. To rejoin the tour, it must be at one of the designated stops listed on the tour map. Just simply wave your hand as the bus approaches to indicate to the driver that you wish to. Straight ahead is Belfast's answer to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Albert Memorial Clock. Designed in 1865 by W.J. Barr as a tribute to Prince Albert, the husband and consort of Queen Victoria. As a result of being built on wooden piles on marshy, reclaimed land around the River Farset, the clock tower leans 1 metre to the right and 1 metre backwards. It would have toppled over altogether, but for renovation work carried out in 2002 at a cost of £2 million. You would think, considering they spent that much money on it, they could have at least straightened it. It has 4 clock faces, and all 4 of them tell a different time, yet not one of them tells the right time. The clock is now a listed building. Welcome on board if you're joining or rejoining us here. Just ahead and on the left is a large ceramic fish called the Salmon of Knowledge by Belfast artist John Kindness. It's there to celebrate the return of salmon to the River Lagan. It is also said that if you kiss the Salmon of Knowledge, you will become more intelligent. That's as believable as the story of the Blarney Stone. Also on your left-hand side is the Lagan Weir, completed in 1994 at a cost of £14 million. But it turned out to be money well spent, as it now keeps the River Lagan at an artificial high tide. Because the river is now cleaner, salmon were able to be reintroduced to the river in 1994, after an absence of over 200 years, and have been returning to breed ever since. We've now moved from County Antrim into County Down by way of the Queen Elizabeth Bridge. Coming up is our stop for the Odyssey Complex and the Premier Inn Hotel. If you're leaving us here, please remember to take your headphones and all of your belongings with you. building the largest waterfront project in the British Isles, the Titanic Quarter. This area was previously known as Queen's Island and was the hub of the Belfast shipbuilding industry. It is now home to the Titanic experience. Ahead on the left is the SS Nomadic, the last of the White Star Line vessels in existence. The Nomadic was built as a tender for the Titanic. Now fully restored to its 1912 luxury, the Nomadic is open to the public. Welcome on board if you are joining or rejoining us here. The large red brick building on our left is the original offices of Harland and Wolff. Behind this building, Titanic and Olympic were built side by side. When launched, the Titanic was the largest ship in the world and the heaviest weight man had ever moved. But Olympic was by far the most successful of the three Olympic-class ocean liners launched. After 20 years service, Olympic had acclaimed the nickname Old Reliable. Look to the left to see where Titanic was launched on the 31st of May 1911. 100,000 people turned out to watch the event, but it was all over in just 62 seconds. In keeping with the White Star Line's traditional policy, the ship was not formally named or christened with champagne. Many felt that this tradition was tempting fate, and maybe it was, as the Titanic was not their only tragedy, nor was it their first, as both the Naronic and Atlantic were also lost well before the Titanic. Ahead on the left is the HMS Caroline, a C-class light cruiser from the First World War, brought to Belfast in 1924. She is the last surviving ship from the Battle of Jutland in 1916. She has been floating on top of the water for most of the time that the Titanic has been underneath the water. She received a £12 million lottery grant to enable the ship to be restored. Helping find new uses and highlight just how much Belfast has seen its major industries change over the years. One such example is Titanic Studios to the right. It is used by film companies like Universal Studios and was recently used in the HBO series Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones has done a great job in showcasing Northern Ireland's beautiful scenery, as much of the outdoor scenes are filmed on the beautiful Northampton coast, on the route up to the Giant's Causeway. The Tom Hanks produced movie, City of Edinburgh, was also filmed at Titanic Studios. Tom Hanks and Bill Murray came here after scouring Europe for a set big enough to build the entire City of Edinburgh set inside. This is our stop for the Titanic experience, and by far the most popular stop. All the buses stop here automatically and usually arrive here at both 5 minutes past the hour and 35 minutes past the hour. The buses only pick up at these gates on this side of the road.